Hello, this is Adrian Ray from BricsMaven, and in this video we're going to look at color variables. We're going to look at how to use them, edit them, show you how to apply them by using them, and also how to add your own. Okay, let's jump right in. So on the side, on the foundations, we have a page called colors, and on the color page we can see the visual representation of the color tokens, which are primary, secondary, tertiary, neutral, base, accent, and black and white. So this is just giving you a visual example of how what the colors are on your project. If we go to our local variables and go all the way down to colors, we can see all the colors tokens, and you can basically go in if you have for example, if you know the hex code, you can put it in. You can also upload your logo to Figma, and then you can use the color picker and just pick out the colors. You can also do it that way. I would suggest you getting the hex codes and just plugging them in of your primaries, maybe secondary. If you don't have tertiary, well, just leave it the way it is. You can change your base color, your neutral colors, accent, and black and white is black and white. And you also have your the typography colors, which are all mapped to the color tokens. So you can just flip it, change it to whatever you want your headings to be, your body text to be, your accent heading, and your link text. Okay, so to make a simple change, just click on the color, and then you can just drag this to whatever color you want. You can also go to green or something like this, and then to switch to green. And you might be thinking, okay, how do I determine my lighter colors and how do I determine my darker colors? I have a simple way of doing this. What you can do is just copy the code, go to your semi-light, or in this case it's HSB. Just copy the code, plug it in here, and then what you want to do is you want to nudge the saturation. You want to nudge it down. Oh, sorry, up. No, I made a mistake. I mean the brightness, you want to nudge it up, right? You see your semi-light color got a little bit lighter, and then what you do is you take this code, you go to your primary light, then you go to your brightness, then you nudge it up with I'm just using my keyboard. I just tab it up, hold down shift and just tab it up once, and then you see it's a little bit lighter. And I just do that also with my ultra. Same thing. You can tab it up. If you find it too light, you can go once more. Depends on whatever you want. If this is too light, I mean too bright, you can also bring down the saturation by just tabbing it down and to bring down the saturation. That is how I basically set my colors. And as for the dark, I do the same thing, but I do it the other way around. So I take semi-dark, I then nudge it downwards. And I take this color. I'm just going to finish this up so you guys can just see the whole process. I nudge it down. If you find this too light, you can nudge it down maybe twice. And then I do it one more time, and I nudge it down one more. So we have a dark color. And you can also set your hover color. I will normally just take the primary and just maybe bring down the saturation. You can bring it down or you can bring it up. I would bring it up and also bring the brightness up. You can do that so you have a great over color. And then that's how you set your colors. So you have a good great color scheme here. You can also always dial in these colors, right? You can bring down the saturation a bit if you desire that. But I normally usually just keep it in the same lane here. I can always keep the same hue and just bring down the saturation and the brightness. So I just play with these values to get a clean monotone color scheme. And then you move on to the next one. And you can go through this pretty quick. And that's how you're actually feeling the colors. I'm going to now just nudge everything back, as I just want my colors back that I had previously. Yeah. So there we go. And that is how you edit the tokens to add the correct colors to your project. Now let's go to an example where we can actually add a color. So I'm just going to select this top part, and here you can see that the fill is tagged with the neutral color token. I can say I want this to be primary, and I just add it, and that's how you basically just add the color. We could say, okay, we want something like primary ultra light, and on this call to action we want primary, maybe something dark, primary dark. That's how you actually added the tokens to your project. Pretty simple, right? The last example is to show you how you actually add your own, which is also pretty easy. You just click on create variable and then click on color, and here you can say primary, maybe you want an alternative color, and you can just go right ahead and maybe in this case, wait, is that correct? Oh, the HG is okay, the U is 0. You could maybe take a slightly different hue, which I would not advise. Maybe a case where it's a little bit more saturated, or maybe all the way. Okay, let's bring it a little bit back, and then we maybe drop the brightness, so it gives us a slightly different color. It's just an example, but this is a way of just adding your color. And if you want to use this color, utilize this color, you go back to our header here, and then we click on the primary, and there we see we have a primary alt, which you can click and which you can use. So that's how you add colors to your project, to your tokens list. And I hope this was I hope this answered a lot of questions you had. If you still feel like I've not covered everything, if you still have questions, please shoot me an email, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.